Hey there, YouTube. We're going to be doing a deck profile on my friend's, I don't even know what you want to call it, just prophecy.
It's just
High
prophecies.
Priestess of Prophecy deck profile.
Spellbooks.
Spellbooks, that also works. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and here we go.
So I'm running the Priestess build, so of course I got my 3 High Priestess. Are you jelly? Job is jelly if he didn't have 3 in his binder already. So Priestess is freaking awesome because it's like a free special summon. All I have to do is have 3 spellbooks. I play like the whole deck is spellbook, so I always have 3 in my hand. And then I can blow up cards on your field. So all I have to do is protect Priestess. Conveniently, there's cards in there that protect Priestess. So yeah, I just drop Priestess on the field, protect it, just +1 every turn off blowing up your cards. So super good. And also 25 attack. She's pretty big. And then the Magicians of Prophecy, and they basically start off the combo. You add your secrets, you can add any spellbook from your deck to your hand with this guy. When he's normal or flip summon, so you can, set him, let him run into it, get one, or summon him and then go off. So he's super good because he gets your first spellbook to your hand. You could go secrets, then you can start your whole combo off. So he's super good. And then I play Double Temperance. Temperance is you play a spellbook on the turn that he's on the field, then you tribute him off in one of your main phases, and he special summons High Priestess. You can't special summon the turn that you use it, but I mean, still, free High Priestess is pretty awesome because you can usually go like, secrets, add your wisdom, make sure your priestess is going to hit, or add whatever spellbook you need to complete your play. And then I just play 1 Justice. Justice is a little bit, or not as good as him because it doesn't hit the field, but if you play a spellbook this turn, you can add priestess and a book to your hand. So it's good in the fact that it adds a book too.
Right.
But, it's
+1.
It's that end phase effect that you don't get to put the priestess on the field that turn, so it is a turn setup for it, which slows, it's a little bit slow, So that's why I only opt to play 1 of her. And sometimes you don't want like a bunch of priestesses in your hand just because it gets a little cloggy sometimes. Then I run Double Breaker basically to lure out my back row before I'm dropping bombs on the field, because he's super good for, they have their 1 card back row you summon. You're going to pop their Solemn Warning, or they're going to use their Solemn Warning or bottomless on Breaker.
Right.
So just get it out of the way before you have to drop Priestess. Clears the landing zone. And then 1 Stoic. Stoic works in this deck really well because I do play Foolish Burial. When he's sent, he adds, these 2 are the targets, so he adds either this one or this one to your hand. So he's super good for, searching for these guys that search for these guys.
Right.
Starts the stuff off. So that's pretty much for just the spellcaster monsters, or the, deck skeleton. And then I have the 2 Trigodias. Tragodia is always really good in this deck because it seems like you're always shuffling like a massive amount of card advantage in your hand. With your books, you're drawing 2 cards every turn, or your tower. You just, Tragodia just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Just crazy. And then 2 Veilers, just because they're spellcasters, and they're really good for negating pesky effects on the field, so. Because your priestesses are pretty much covered from spells and traps, but it's also, the same thing as you got to stop those monster effects. A good target also to remove from play for Spellbook of Life. So I'll move these aside because I'm going to use pretty much all of this space to show you my spells. Because the deck plays a lot of spells. So I play 2 Fate. Fate is super good and broken because it has 3 effects, and I always have a massive amount of spellbooks in my graveyard because I'm playing a bunch every turn. So I can banish 1. I return 1 set card on the field to their hand, so it's good for, removing back row if I only have 1. 2, I book a moon, and then 3, I can banish a card your opponent controls. And this card is pretty freaking broken because it doesn't target, so you can't chain Lance to it. So
well, you can activate Lance. You just
you have to blind Lance, which is, you don't want to blind Lance your stuff. So
unless you just have 1 monster, it makes it real easy. But yeah, I've seen it happen a lot. There's a guy that actually got really upset at our locals. He activated that and says didn't target, so he lanced his 1 monster and lost his other monster. And the guy was pretty mad about that. Yeah,
so it's super good. It's just like the problem-solving card. Anything that Priestess can't get over because it's your opponent's turn, then Spellbook of Fate pretty much gets it. Play 2 of the towers. Tower is super good. Once you get a tower on the field and you have enough spellbooks in the graveyard, you just start cycling, and the Prophecy deck just gets an enormous like speed boost because of the amount of cards in your hand, and just like you're cycling spellbooks. You put the spellbooks you've already used back into your deck to search for them again. You know, it's pretty broken. How else do you get to draw again? It's an enormous advantage. Then this is the ultimate like best card in the deck, and conveniently they're ultimate rare. I can search any of my spellbooks, any one of them. I can even search him with them, so I can like search him, summon him, and then like start shenaniganizing. So super good. And then his the Spellbook of Secrets counterpart, Spellbook of Mastery, super broken combo. Let's say you don't have any spellbooks in your hand, summon him, add Secrets to your hand, then Secrets goes to the graveyard. Play Master, reveal, use Secrets effect again, search your card for another deck. Super good. Just gets you the ones.
You can double power with it and stuff.
Yeah, double power is freaking awesome with this. So I have 2. I play pretty much 2 of every spellbook. Power. This is the combo with this. Like, let's say, I have him on the field and they have like a 1,500 monster. You know, I could power him, but he's still not big enough to get over. And I go Master, reveal, power. Then he's 2,500.
Spellbook of Power is a lingering effect, so they both get to go off and you attack over. So he searches on the one after he kills the monster for 2 spell.
Yeah, so I'll add 2 spellbooks to my hand, which is even more broken. That works like that. And then I play 1 Spellbook of Life. Spellbook of Life, bring back High Priestess, bring back pretty much anything, any spellcaster I want. All I have to do is banish and then bring back. So super good. And then 1 Star Hall. Star Hall is really good right now, just because it gains counters when it's destroyed. You get to add a monster to your hand equal to the level, and it gives all of your monsters 100 boost for every counter that's on it. So you can have easily Priestess 29. So
yeah,
and then they MST it. It's just like the tower. You get a plus off them MSTing it. You just get it's like 1 for 1, so you don't lose any card advantage. And then I play 1 Eternity. I'm banishing a lot of spellbooks with this and this, so get the spellbooks back into my hand that I'm banished. So banish Secrets, then play this, get Secrets back, then start comboing, start looking for any of the spellbooks I want. This is like the Forbidden Lands for the deck. I either call spells or traps though, so it's kind of hindered, but it doesn't take away any attack. So I just basically like summon High Priestess, they bottomless, I go chain, play Spellbook of Wisdom, traps. Yeah. There you go. High Priestess hits the field anyway.
Yeah.
And then pretty much I don't have to worry about anything else if they don't have a monster on the field, because Priestess just like, I'll just blow it up or whatever, because that's what Priestess does. And then I play Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, Monster Reborn. Book of Moon is super good, because if I leave him up in attack position, I can, same with this, it does the same thing. They attack, and I can chain either Fate, flip it back over, and then when they attack over it, I get to look for a spellbook. And then Book of Moon's the same thing. They attack, and I Book of Moon, flip it over. And it's really good because if they have a face-up Thunder King and I'm like totally screwed, I just Book of Moon their Thunder King and then go off, and then I'll have enough resources next turn to get rid of the Thunder King.
Or just attack over it.
Yeah, just attack over it, yeah. Well, it matters what my hand is. But yeah, just super good to, shut down those effect monsters that screw you over. And then I play 1 Foolish Burial. The reason behind Foolish Burial is actually it's my brother's idea for playing Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial, your High Priestesses, you really... I want to say you want to sometimes draw into your High Priestesses, but you don't want to draw into like 2 of them, and you don't have enough spellbooks. It just completely locks yourself down. It's like having 2 dead cards in your hand. So by Foolish Burialing them, you don't draw into them, and they won't be dead because you can just bring them back with Spellbook of Life.
Right.
Same thing with...
So you can Foolish Burial that one little dude.
You can Foolish Burial, so I have 2 targets for Foolish Burial. I have to find them. You can Foolish Burial Stoic, and then add
just like a reinforcements for that.
Yeah, so it's super good. Just I like drawing Foolish Burial and then being like, oh man, I have a life in my hand and I can totally use it right now, but I don't have a High Priestess in the graveyard. There you go. Super good. Get ways around summoning High Priestess from your hand. And then I play 2 Threatening Roar. Just to, High Priestess on the field, they summon something bigger. I don't have a response to it. They attack, Threatening Roar, next turn, pop it, Super good. And then the 1 Mirror Force.
His brother's tech as well.
Yeah, it's my brother's tech as well, because he said most people that play against the Prophecy deck are expecting the Threatening Roars, So they'll just attack anyway to lure out your roar for that turn, and then, you know, set a bunch of back row. But they aren't expecting the mirror force in the back row, so it's super good. They attack and they lose their whole field. It's really funny. So yeah, that's the Prophecy deck profile. I'm not going to really show you the extra deck, honestly, because I've never used it, and it's only like half complete. But yeah, you really don't have to use the extra deck with this deck.
Just build a standard one. You know,
yeah,
you put some threes in there, put a couple of synchros in there.
Just threes,
Gotchi, just the Gusto Phoenix,
yeah,
a big eye.
You know, it's just standard stuff, and then you can put like some synchros in there because you can use
Valor,
and your Spellbook of Life to bring back Valor to make Valor can fluctuate levels with that. So it's just like, you know, I played the deck yesterday and I did not use any monster from my extra deck except for Gotchi one time out of like 5 games. So yeah, you don't really need extra deck cards.
Well, that's it. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helped you guys out, and I am signing off.